Naruto 629. This is part 3 of the viewer comments. Let's go ahead and get started. DT Ninja 831. Well, this chapter really didn't do it for me. I was a little bit disappointed with the lack of action. I waited 2 weeks for this. That is a good point. I think that's what made it feel even harsher when I first read it. It's two weeks. That was kind of tough. And I think that we all knew that the truth about Rin was coming out, but I didn't like how it was rushed, and it made a little sense. I absolutely agree. And actually, your comments were voted. You would have tied with number 2 right there. So you did another really good week. DT Ninja, every week you do a really good job. Really do appreciate it. Is this a Gengetsu? A few people have mentioned that Obito might be doing that. Might as well be, because Obito's existence is a hellish Gengetsu. Everything that happened to this kid after being crushed has turned his life upside down, and both mentally and psychologically. Like his transformation, he has been covered in darkness with no escape. Great review, man, and keep up the good work. I really do appreciate the positive comments. Really certainly do. And let's see. Shane Burns, 1989. Obito can't be saved, but he can redeem himself. Now, I'm making predictions, but I have to admit, okay, I hope the Kakashi thing is wrong, but of course I don't really know what's going to happen. I just have a feeling that's the way it's going to go. But Kishimoto really has been, in my sense, on a lot of this, at least parts of what's been going on since the revelation, really kind of unpredictable. He has really, so things may as yet go into other directions, and we may all be wrong. So just I'm trying to keep an open mind, okay, on all this. And let's see, Shane Burns, 1989. Yeah, Naruto is some sort of reincarnation. Okay, here we go, and I'm going to see where I need to start. Okay, I think Brad Johnson, I think this is your first comment. Okay, you guys don't understand, and don't people to overlook the real dirt in this chapter. You have to understand that the real meat in this chapter was the first part. Don't overlook it. If you look at the Jumi at the beginning of this chapter, you will notice it's looking at Naruto, and that the panel of Naruto's eyes staring at the Jubi. This is where you have to understand that the Sage of the Sixth Path is directly related to Naruto somehow. Well, yeah, he would be a descendant, right? Because he's a branch. His clan is a branch clan of the Senju, so he would be a descendant. After the panel, the tailed beast and the Sage's eyes continue. The Jubi goes nuts. Jubi sees the Sage of the Sixth Path and Naruto. It recognizes the Sage of the Sixth Path in Naruto, and the Jubi starts to power up as if it's preparing for something. If you remember when Naruto talks to the tailed beast at the end of the chapter, Kuruma and the other tailed beasts say this, and I quote, Naruto is the, and then all the other beasts say, yes, I think Naruto is. Also, they're stating that the soul of the Sage of the Sixth Path lives and resides with Naruto, and that he is some sort of reincarnation of the Sage of the Sixth Path. That's what we saw and what I read in this chapter, and I made the connection. Great review, Rampage, great review, and would love to hear your opinion on what I think. Well, first, it's great that everyone could put everything in their own words, so I'm just happy that you're expressing yourself. Now, as far as, and at least, let me put it this way, I've been wrong about a lot of things, so me agreeing or disagreeing with anyone, really, Kishimoto, I'm definitely not in sync with Kishimoto's brain, okay, but, so that doesn't mean anything, really, but, I hear where you're coming from, and I really do appreciate, your input, but, as far as, well, I guess I don't know if you're really asking me. I like what you've said, and I follow along with it. And as far as being the reincarnation, I wouldn't go. I don't think I'd go that far. But he's definitely, as we said, because of the clan connection, he's definitely, you know, a descendant, if you know, because of the clans. But yeah. But anyway, the whole overall thing is he's going to put it this way. As I've said quite a few times, which is the prediction that all the tailed beasts will recombine and they will be, as the Sage of Six Paths said, would be, given different forms and different names. And I absolutely positively think that Naruto will be the center involved in that, and maybe even the actual Sage of Six Paths, some remnant of him when they're reunited properly will come forth to kind of guide Naruto through it. So, yeah, I think so. But let's just everybody remember that they're going to get new bodies. This whole tailed beast thing, that the whole Naruto universe we've gone with, is going to be, that part of it's going to be gone. And I think that it's going to be gone. You have to remember, if this happens, then you can't recombine the tailed beasts anymore. See, this helps get rid of the whole Jubi thing. So this is what it looks like to me. So it solves a lot of problems. But evidently, he couldn't do it himself. So the circumstances in the future had to be in such a way. So anyway, that's kind of a long answer, I guess. But anyway, I really do appreciate your comments. All right, and they're put very well, by the way. Okay, Trentho manga. Most important, both Obito and Kakashi must come back for intricacy and flow with the story, but Obito better not bitch up and go limp. Phalanx LOL graphic. I know Madara won't be playing with Tobirama touchdown. Madara might even tell Hashirama we must settle our differences before we duke it out, or how to kill to send you with one set of EMS Renegon. I'm feeling Obito is either going to be a force to be reckoned with, or switch sides, or dies. Well, we'll see. Like I say, I think that Sasuke is simply going to shut him down, and I don't know. That would be a conversation with, like I say, unless they're able to deconstruct and pull out what's the actual Obito out of this thing. Which, to be perfectly honest, the first Hokage might be able to do. So I don't know. You see how far we can actually. The possibilities are just, they're not endless, but they're pretty close. There's a lot out there. Really do appreciate the comments. Yeah, let's see. Michael Gethman. This chapter was a great setup chapter. I can't wait to see how Madara plans to control the Jubi. And the second part of this chapter confused me. Was really the only hole in Obito's chest, or was that a Gengetsu? A lot of people have mentioned that. The hole was right there where Obito's heart should have been. So what happened to his heart? I really hope Kakashi kills Obito next chapter to end the redundancy if Madara attacks in the Jubi next chapter. Naruto's team is going to die. I hope the Hokage show up soon. Great review, Steve. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And let's see. Mr. Marcus, couldn't believe that Rin was the third-tailed beast before Yogura, but I'm glad we finally got the answer about Rin and Rampage. There was a third-tailed beast. His name was Yogura, and he was the fourth Mizukage who got the tailed beast after Rin anyway. Oh yeah, and then the Akatsuki went after it. Great review, Rampage. Really do appreciate it, and I think that I'm reading you out of order here. I think this was the first one, so I'm going to read now. Mr. Marcus, in case of Obito, he needs serious therapy because he's been suckered so many times. He's lost his way long ago. But more importantly, he still harbors ill feelings toward Kakashi because of how he felt about Rin, even though he claims he doesn't care for nothing but his dumb ideology puts the ninja world under his forever Gengetsu. Appreciate the comments. Neo Swipe. I like the fact that I didn't hear anyone that Rin could be the Three Tails Jinchuriki. I think that somebody said they did actually, and I would not doubt that. I didn't think any. Somebody said that they did, so I would take them at their word. Actually, I always thought that while the Three Tails didn't have a Jinchuriki, and here's the answer, good for me at least. And when the Jinchuriki dies, the tailed beast just disappeared. Some years later, revives. This was told many times. Good review. And I missed it. But you know what? I've never claimed to be a guru, and the good news for me, right, is that I have a lot of people like you that won't hesitate to come out and fill me in on it, and I really do appreciate that. By the way, that really does help. I don't have to wait for answers very long. Everybody just jumps right up with them. It's awesome. I really do appreciate the comments and the information. Okay, Miss for sure. Like I've said, Kakashi is the best and always will be. You got my prediction, and you're not going to be happy with it. I hope that when the war is over, he will become Hokage for a little bit, at least until Naruto grows a little older. Only because I didn't see Tsunade living through the war, but who knows when Kishi will circle back to the Kages. Great review, very interesting chapter. Hope Obito could switch sides, because there is a definitely good still in there somewhere. I don't know, at some corner, I wouldn't. If you could separate it from all the rest of that garbage in there, I don't know. That's pretty crazy stuff. But I don't know, that's a long time. He's, like I say, he's like Darth Vader. You know, he's all this evil, and maybe you pull it away and it all goes, and there's this little teeny spark, you know, in him that's, you know, that's kind of what I think's left. I don't think there may be good, but I don't think there's. I simply don't think there's much actual Obito left in that thing anymore. And I think that he convinced me of that in this chapter. That was part of what was really convincing, is that there's just not a lot left to this poor kid. And I have to say, I'm almost to the point between him and what happened with Rin and Kakashi. I actually got to the point and I said, you know, this is a horrible, disgusting ninja world. I'm like, I understand you, Obito. I don't agree with you, but I see where you're coming from now. I really do. All right, appreciate the comment. And hopefully Kakashi doesn't die, but I think he's going to. Okay, RB10, Rampage. I don't remember when it was covered, but a tailed beast disappears for a while. And when it dies, the host dies. Maybe that's why we saw the three tails roaming around itself in Danger Camp. Well, he would have already been, had at least one host from then before that. But what you're saying is true. I guess that, like, it's been put very well. You know, it coalesces somewhere and then reforms, you know, later on. Just in Soda, but then again, thinking back, if Obito dies, really do appreciate the comment, Madara won't have the Jinchuriki to the Ten Tails. That's the thing that makes predicting difficult for this chapter. But in the end, my guess is, once the Hokages, Ochimaru, and Taka arrive, maybe along with the healed 5 Kage, since Hashi is the best medical ninja that's ever been, right? It's divided into Madara versus Hashirama. That makes absolute... I can't imagine anybody arguing with that one. Sasuke versus Naruto. I think it's going to be Sasuke versus Obito that killed Kakashi. But anyway, okay, go on. You could absolutely be right. And while everyone else fights the Ten Tails, think of all the amazing dialogue with the people like Tsunade, Oro, Third, Hokage, etc. Yeah, we only have good things happening, don't we? I mean, as far as people meeting each other and all that, this is going to be just interesting. And I actually, I think some people just want the series to end, or they just want to get the conclusion, or what have you. I really want to hear this stuff. I've gotten into, I am a convert to Taijutsu right now. I have to say, I'm really wanting to hear a lot more. And let's see, Justin Soda. As soon as Kakashi and Obito, and like I say, a lot of times I won't be reading this stuff in order. So that doesn't help, does it? But anyway, that's what it is. Okay, Justin Soda. As soon as Kakashi and Obito teleport to the other dimension, I figured we'd find out about Rin, but I thought they would have fought, since a fight between those two can go either way. And whoever would have died would have accelerated the plot. Like if Kakashi died, Naruto might have been overtaken with rage. If Obito died, well, then that's what everyone wants, right? Now, there doesn't seem to be any way of Kakashi dying, looking at the Blitz ATK for the start of the Obito's unwillingness. Excuse me. The best way that I think that we're going to find out, and the most shocking way, of course, and there's definitely nothing new, is that there'll simply be one will return, and that's it. You know, and then we'll know that the other one didn't make it, or probably didn't make it. We really need to see a body, don't we? I mean, in the battle, that actually would probably be a better way. But anyway, we really do appreciate your comment. And the whole thing, and I guess I was pretty incorrect about the whole thing of Kakashi ended up with both eyes, because even though he has been powered up, you know, his ability to sustain both of them over time probably not going to happen. Okay. And let's see. I think we are in the last few comments, and this is going to run. This last video will run a little bit long, but hey, whatever. It's the way it works. Okay, Zach Balance. Oh, no, definitely going to make yours the last. No, I'm going to read Zach Balance, but the person I'm going to make last will be the last, and it's a good one. Zach Balance. To answer your question about the Three Tails not appearing, if you remember, back when Naruto was talking to his mom and his mind, and she was telling him about what happened when the Nine Tails attacked the village, they said that if Kushina had died while it was inside her, that the Nine Tails would have disappeared for a while before reappearing somewhere else. So that's what I assume happened in this case. As for Obito, I agree he's gone too far, but if he's not, then I see him saving Kakashi somehow. That'd be interesting. I mean, of course, I've already made my prediction. I think Kakashi's going to die. But and even though Kakashi probably couldn't handle having both eyes, the whole thing about him giving his last eye to Kakashi, you know. But then again, you know, the whole thing about them both constantly being on too, that'd be kind of a problem. I don't know. So a lot of possibilities, isn't it? It's just incredible. I really do appreciate the comment and to see Justin Soda again. Okay. I agree with you about the Three Tails, but I think it was just a little more complex than that, seeing that the Three Tails ended up inside the fourth Mizukage Yagura. So I thinking instead of vanishing and reappearing somewhere else, a while later the Mist Village came up with a strategy to use Rin to destroy the leaf and still have custody of the Three Tails, maybe some type of space-time jutsu, probably not likely, or a sealing jutsu of some kind, probably more likely. That way there's no risk in sending Three Tails to the leaf. That was another part of it too. It was using a tailed beast in that manner. I was like, doesn't that just kind of, you know, you're just losing complete control of a tailed beast? It seemed kind of, just, I don't know, that seemed that way. Anyway, and the last person, and King of Fissi's Hyuga, I called it. Rin was their Three Tails. Well, if you're correct, you know, I'll take your word for it. If you're correct on there, then good job to you. I wouldn't doubt that it was predicted, because viewer comments are awesome. I really do appreciate it, and I'm not going to be able to spell that name or pronounce that name. But anyway, that's going to be the end of viewer comments. This is a really long last video, but I want to say I really do appreciate it. There's a lot going on in my life, and hopefully in the next couple of months there's some things that I can get squared away in my life, but everybody's got issues in their own life, so I'm not going to sit here and complain. But viewer comments, Naruto in general, and the fans that are on this channel are just fantastic. Something that I really look forward to. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate the answers that you give. Like I say, I'm from a, you know, I'm a substandard fan, right, as far as understanding things, and I think that pulls me to a good or, you know, even higher fan by the knowledge base that I have, right, by crowdsourcing my information with all my subscribers and viewers, which are absolutely amazing. So I really do appreciate it. Every week you do an awesome job. You're something that I look forward to, that I truly enjoy, that helps lift me up. And trust me, sometimes I really need that. Now hopefully it's that way for you too. Anybody can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.